Hi guys, Bolt here once again with another replay commentary of a match in WARNO. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Now, just a huge shout out to all the Patreons, and I do want to really deliver content that promises or that deserves that kind of support. Really do hope that this kind of content deserves that, and there will also be multiple other game titles that I will be posting about this year, so just keep an eye out for those. Homeworld 3 is going to be a big one. Hopefully Broken Arrow, but we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll dive back into Company Heroes 3. That could be fun. Tempest Rising, Terminator Dark Fate Defiance, and so on. Anyways, in this match, we're playing as the 11th Airborne. We're going for the middle zone here. Charlie on the map called Cyrus. And we're starting off with a couple of Mistral teams that we have scattered all over. So we have 4 of these guys. And we have a lot of Legionary Paras. Guys with the PLAS. Pretty dang good units to have. And we also have Flamethrower Infantry together with Paras SAS, which have the Mini-Me and Satchel Charges, 2 Mini-Me's. And they're Special Forces Shock Training and Airborne. What's not to like? We also start with a couple of supply trucks and 1 command unit that we're moving to the right side first, because Nigerian Prince totally forgot his command. I want you guys to flame him in the comment section. Now I'm also moving some units into this forest here. We're moving a Legionary Paras and a Para SAS to hopefully just defend that. Now we're opening up with the Mistrals, and since they're airborne, they're perfect at stopping the usual Warsaw Pact helicopter opening. So the Mistrals are trying to go for the Mi-24. We get 1 good hit on them. This guy is luckily distracted by my Legionary Paras and Flame units. We get 1 hit on each. That Mistral actually manages to destroy that, so that is perfect. And we also get the MI. So in general, that was a pretty good damn trade. So infantry is together with supply trucks, so I'm trying to recycle them, go back and forth, get the weak ones back, get the good ones to the front. And the flamethrowers, as you can see, are just doing a wonderful job at destroying anything in their path. Look at that. If I can get it. Jesus, mouse wheel. Mouse wheel going crazy today. But yeah, they did some pretty good damage. Really love these flamethrowers. So we're slowly moving them up. As you can see, these guys are now falling back to repair. We always start with some supply trucks. Really good to have. And it might save your life. So right side being secured, we now move our units or our command to the middle. Over here, Matra Svetka. Not going to be a single problem for our infantry. 3 machine guns and all the assault rifles that we have. They're just gonna make short work of that guy. Well, we're not moving him up too much though. Mi-24 is once again moving up to the front line, which makes me basically move up my Mistrals and hold them in a defensive position there. The Legionary Paras and Para SAS, deadly combo to have. One of my favorite combos of infantry. You have Satchel Charges, machine guns, the PLAS, good assault rifles. They're just wonderful. You have the Resolute trade, Shock trade, Special Forces trade, and Airborne trade all in one package. What is not to love? PVAD team over here does get fired at by the Metis and gets taken out, quite unfortunately. He was just taking a not so safe route to go to that area. Now on the left, Ipnum, a random on the team, not on Discord or anything. Making it quite gentle on the left side, and he's slowly but surely moving in, which is fine by us, but we definitely need to get some points going. Our command actually died going over there. We got shot by one of those Metis teams, so that hurts quite badly. Now Legionary Paras over here, down to 2 men. Last men standing of the squad, so we decide to fall back with this guy, try to get him fixed while we move the Legionary Paras that is full to the front line and take over the fight. These guys are gonna just gonna be repaired, so that way you can recycle your infantry, cost the enemy points, but not lose a single unit yourself. This is how you want to do it. So we now have fresh units on the front line. These guys are already down. There we go. He's now routed. He's now gone, basically. Any moment now. Oh, there goes another squad. And these guys are now falling back. We are getting RD'd now, though. I'm not quite sure why this was getting RD'd. Maybe I had a Mistral squad over there. But I wasn't quite sure. Now over here we have T-80s for a T80 and a BMP2 coming in. Definitely not good for our infantry. We do have the APLAS, but we only have 4 rockets in that. So we do decide to get some units to further strengthen that, get our ERC-90s up there, to hopefully get some cannon action going. And we have some VLRA Pamelas with the Mistral launchers as well. Just to hold as much as we can. Now on the left, Ally is actually moving up quite nicely, so he's doing his job. He still has a command over here. At some point I marked this area like crazy because I totally forgot about this command. And on the right side, not really much going on. Sideshot is on the far right flank, and Nigerian is just tasked with defending and then maybe slowly pushing up towards me in order to support. But there's a bit of a lack of AA here, and that Chaparral is not going to be enough. We want at least like 4 or 5 AA pieces to really be able to stop any planes. Luckily we do take it out, so that did cost them something. We call in a Mirage Lazy Guy Bomber on the BMP. We dumped it, but it lost tracking, so that those bombs are just going home. They're going home. Oh, that's where they dropped. Would have been funny if that actually destroyed something. Now over here, we are winning the town fight, but we're not going to be pushing too aggressively. I don't have the means to do so. E55 AM2 with the... What is the nickname of these again? Kokon? No, not Kokon. Bastion? I think these are the Bastion ATGMs. Yeah, super fast, really good range, the same as the BMP3 ATGMs. So they're definitely something you want to watch out for. Over here, Para SAS and Legionary SAS are now up against too many men and vehicles, so they're just not gonna be surviving that. So I try to pull back these guys and get the ERC-90s to hold the line while they fall back. Over here, we're taking some hits. We lose a fire team, or we lose a Sapeurs Paras to a bunch of T-55s, and Legionary Para is now getting hammered as well. Flame Tank does get taken out by the Bradley, which helps us big time. That is actually really valuable for it. Mi-24 getting hit by the Mistral. That is going to hurt that guy. But this is going to hurt us if it did drop. Su-24 did not drop the bombs. Do we get it with the last Mistral shot? Almost. That would have been beautiful. That would have been really good. I'm not quite sure why it didn't drop. Maybe it targeted a unit and then lost line of sight. That's usually how it goes. So ERC-90 is just trying to hold the line while we get some like supplies and other units up there. In hindsight, maybe I should have pulled back these units. Ready? But we're just gonna try to go for this T-80 here. ERC-90 almost got a shot off there. The MP2 fires at our ERC-90. We actually managed to take it out. Now we're getting burritoed. Luckily though, we survive with maybe not all, but some of our units. There we go. We survived. We do have a supply truck here, but it's almost out. So we're definitely gonna have to reinforce that. More and more Pamelas are being purchased just to make sure that we have a good AA net. RSAS getting engaged by Sapries. He's just not having a good time. And at this point, we try to pull back with our infantry and have the ERC just hold the line. So we're trying to rush these guys backwards. Do call in some more Legionary Paras to take over. Or later. This was quite painful. I love to, you know, save my men. But it wasn't meant to be. Unfortunately, they both get destroyed. Very sad days. Bradley though getting maybe a TOW 2 action. Ooh yeah, good hit on the T-80 though. And we get an LGB bomb right on top of him. We destroy the Sapri. But unfortunately, we do lose the plane and we don't destroy the T-80. So that could have gone a lot better. We do have a bunch of supplies coming in. We're keeping a couple in the back. These guys are going to be falling back as well. We're just holding the town now. We are now +2. Left side has been neutralized. Our ally has finally moved in his command. Another command, not this guy though. And now we are calling in some artillery. We have some M105s or 105 millimeters that we have pretty fast firing guns. Basically big mortars in terms of fire rate and aiming time and stuff. So they're really good at kind of dislodging light to medium units. Here we go, big old supply dump. Now each of these kangaroo helicopters have 1,000 supplies, so that's 6,000 supplies that we're dumping down, and each VLRA can carry 500, which means that we can actually supply them. If your helicopter supply, well, I should say it this way, if supplies have the same capacity, they won't resupply each other, but the one that has more supplies will actually resupply the one that has less. So the 1,000 capacity is going to resupply the 500 one, not the other way around. So that's how that works. You might have a helicopter supply that has the same capacity as your truck. It's not going to resupply the truck. But make sure that it actually has more supplies than your trucks do, in case you want to use them as a replenishment. But basically, with these 6 helis, we can resupply or refill 12 trucks. That is actually going to help us out big time. It shortens the time that I need to spend to resupply the front line. We get our artillery here to dislodge these tanks. And at this point we actually fire on the front line, and that is smoke. We are not actually firing HE, we're firing smoke here in order to break the line of sight from their fire support and turn it into a CQC battle. Here it goes. The 105s, or the 105mm are opening up, and it's already helping with blocking the line of sight of those T-55s, and there she goes. And with that, we kind of even the playing field here. These tanks now have to move in much closer than they probably should. And it also enables us to safely move in supplies. Get these guys back in action. Over here, Legionary Paras once again moving into the forest. I'm really trying to just take over that forest and hold that left flank so that we can block this resupply route. That is our main mission now. Plane coming in. Speed plane moving all over my Mistrals. He's not gonna have a good time. Unfortunately, only hit him once. But this Mistral probably got the kill. Nope. Everything. Oh, we got him in the end though. I don't know what. Whoa, no, we didn't get him. I can't believe it survived 7, 8 Mistrals. That was a lucky guy right there. That Apache just avoided 2 AA missiles. That is a lucky guy. But he's probably not going to be lucky for a second run. Our artillery going for the T-55s. Good shots on them. M1A1 actually got a good kill on him, but then got bombed by an SU-22. SU-22 almost also took out the Apache. That was actually quite a deadly engagement there. Right now, Legionary Paras have made it in. How will they fare against what is in this forest? Well, let's look at it. That's gonna be absolutely fine. There goes the T-80. R.Frew versus 2 Legionary Paras, not gonna be a problem whatsoever. Not even sure if we're gonna lose a single soldier here. That guy's gonna be stunned. Yep, there she goes. That's gonna be taken out really easy. We get some more Para SAS, good recon units with good CQC weaponry. I really do like having these in my deck. I basically have 2 cards of these, so I can call out like 12 or... And they come in 50 cal trucks. But what's not to like? 50 cals will do a lot of suppression on infantry. So it's actually a really good transport to have. All of our AA is just missing that Mi-24. We're really having a bad time here. Even a Mistral is missing, although it's 68%. Look at that. But we do control the left forest, and that is actually putting me at ease a little bit. And that is forcing Jakub to fall back to the top of the hill and only be able to basically take over that corner. That is my entire plan there. So we're just spamming this command at this point. Because Ipnum doesn't... He's kind of a newer player, I believe. Or maybe he doesn't know that you don't need to keep commands in. So we just kind of spam the area out of goodwill. Just to, you know, make clear what we mean, because he wasn't responding to chat. But he finally got the memo, and he's now moving his commands. He was actually saying that he doesn't have a command left or something. Although he did. Another bomber coming in. Massive lack of AA here. That is kind of the weakness of Nigerian Prince every time we play. I hope you guys are at least learning a little bit about how to play with armor. You just want to have an overload of AA. When you play armor, you just need recon units, AA, tanks, supplies. That is all you want to focus on. With, you know, the occasional infantry here and there. But the infantry is going to be there to support your tanks, not the other way around. Now at this point we also have our VLRAs, our mortars, and we do spot that command and we're just going absolutely crazy on it with all of our artillery. Try to dislodge it because I'm not going to even attempt to do that with infantry. We are not built for an open engagement like that. So I'm keeping my distance and we're just going to try to do it this way. So we have a couple of ERCs moving into the forest here since we have it secured. These guys are just glass cannons, good guns, 16 AP, but basically no armor. And basically no stabilizer either, so we're missing all the shots while on the move. Look at that, VLRA is still going crazy. Doing a pretty good job. I do like these 50 cals. You can just spread them out. And it's actually good at destroying infantry. Speaking of infantry, that Jossten did not deserve any of that. But we also get some supplies up here. Our AA is still kind of in a conservative position. Not really doing anything crazy with them. But at this point we do call in 4 planes just to keep basically air supremacy ongoing. But also just to scare off the enemy. So it's more of a deterrent than, you know, a move with a mission, let's say. But with these tanks moving down the road, down the plateau here, it is time for the ERCs to get some action. We destroy one immediately, we get the BMP in our sights. With one of these ERCs, we're not moving him in just yet, but we do destroy that BMP as well. And the Fallschirmjäger command is down to 1 man. I don't think he's gonna survive much more. That was actually a really close one. I don't know how he survived that. Here we go, ERC is moving in, T-55 destroyed. Metis team's caught out in the open. Trying to destroy that as soon as we can, and with that artillery rounds, we also destroy the command. And there goes another T-55, goes a Biryusa, Jossten getting clapped. That was a really deadly forest ambush, and that is why I like to take that left side there. Really, really powerful. So the artillery has done a phenomenal job here. Now we change targets. We don't really have imminent danger over here, so we try to go for high value targets there. That also actually gets seeded. So this artillery is going to be kind of useless over there. But we decide to move it on the forest instead. So we get all of our artillery, mortars, and our howitzers on that. We get our ERCs to take out another T-55. But basically for every kill we have, we lose an ERC because it has no armor. And that BMP alone took out a couple of them. Just go into neutral mode. 2 Cubs and a Shilka team in this forest, or a Shilka vehicle. We had a seaplane fly over, but the Wild Weasel unfortunately does not get a good hit on him. But we just decide to get the artillery on him instead. Try to do some damage at least. We get a couple of decent close hits. But good micro from our opponent here. He is moving him quite nicely. At this point we are +5. Right side is firmly under our control. Side shot has decided to try a push from there, but we got Nigerian holding the flank nicely with good ranged units. I am still firmly in control of the middle for the moment. And I decide to now move to the edge of the town because we've moved back, or pushed back, quite a few of the enemy units there. So we're deciding to play a little bit more aggressive. Panzerjägers moving into the forest up against my legionaries. They're just not going to have a good time. They would absolutely clap any armor. But we don't have any armor in there. We have infantry. Man, look at the supply situation. So this heli is almost out of supplies. The rest is still fine. We get all of these trucks back here, quickly resupply, and then move back to the front. Our supply situation is working nicely. Burrito opening up. Unfortunately for that burrito, it's only going to get an ERC. pretty much nothing else. Maybe a supply truck. If it doesn't even get the ERC... Oh, I got both supply trucks. But not the ERC, so we got a couple of empty supply trucks. I'm not quite sure if that was worth it. At this point, Ipnum is actually helping us out here in the middle, getting some Itos and M1A1 to help us out. And he is now still well in control of the left flank. He doesn't have much infantry though, because he's also not really pushing up there. Now if you go into neutral mode, you can see that there's absolutely nothing there. So sometimes you really want to keep pushing until you make contact with the enemy. Now Jaguar ATs were slightly mismicroed here. I was hoping to go for the burrito, but we do get a cub at least with our seaplane, and we get another Jaguar AT to narrowly avoid the rest of the AA. And we destroy the MiG-21, so all in all, not bad. So we target the cub with our Jaguar AT. We are +7, so we're doing pretty good at this point. Let's see if we get the kill. Yes, we do. That is definitely a good trade, I would say. Cubs are annoying to have. Another seed run, and we destroy a Shilka. So the AA is heavily thinned out here. So that was a good run in general. Ooh, and we destroy that supply truck. Nope, we don't. That supply truck is a beast. Here we go. Left side is now completely under our control. Well done by Ipnum. Ipnum. Pretty good nickname, actually. Kinda jealous. But his command tank is now getting AT jammed. Luckily, he has another one back here, though. Let's see if we got that cub with the artillery. We were actually really close with that. Ooh, we actually got one hit. No real damage, though. The 105mm are really not too... They're not really that strong for anything that has any form of armor, unfortunately, unless you get some direct hits. But they're great at just moving the enemy away from that position you target. The mortars seem to be doing more damage than the howitzer. And with that, the opponents all decide to throw in the towel, I believe? Or did we just reach the points? I'm not quite sure. Nope, opposing team surrendered. Now we had 3,645 kills, 2,205 losses. We got the most conquest points, mainly because we just captured the most points, so it doesn't really matter. But Legionary Paras did great. Look at that. ERCs did some damage. Most losses, well, we lost a little bit to everything, but that BMP hit every single shot. That was quite nuts. But yeah, that was a pretty fun fight. Hopefully you all enjoyed another battle on Cyrus. If you did, let me know down in the comments. And I'll see you guys back in the next one. Take care.